So we have a question from Mr. Maravish26, and he says, what can you do once you have done some on-page SEO and done some citations for local SEO? So in essence, he's asking, like, what do you do after just doing like on-page and citation building for a local business? What else can you do to boost up your results? So for local, I actually have a post that I went through. It was a presentation, and this post I actually talk about. I actually did a video as well that you can check out, and I talk about all the different things that I do to rank websites. And let me try to go into it. Here it is. And some of the biggest things I always like kind of try to rely on is first figuring out what the main KPI is of your like marketing. So main key performance indicator. And generally in most cases, ranking in Google Maps is going to bring you more leads than ranking organically locally. And that's not the case if you have like a bunch of like shoulder queries that you're targeting, like for instance, like different areas and then different subservices. But for the most part, if you can rank in the maps, you'll be able to rank for a lot of those queries anyways, as long as they're local based. So I always try to stick with review generation as being one of the #1 priorities for local. Of course, building out good citations and making sure that your citations are consistent, which by the way, you guys need citation building. I actually do that on my website. So you can go to SEO services and order them through my website. And some of the other stuff that you want to make sure you're looking out for is mapping out all the keywords that you're trying to rank for based on what's working for other people. So that's another big thing. I like to go into a site called Ahrefs, where I actually see what other people are ranking for in my area. So say for instance, I wanted to rank for real estate that's not a local based map based query. That would be realtor Santa Barbara. And now I have a map. So what I can actually do is I can see who's ranking for this. I can click into them, grab their website, plug it into Ahrefs, and you can do this with SEMrush as well, but I'll plug that in. And here we go. We got 384 organic keywords. So if these people are ranking different types of pages like listing, search, agent, and different types of properties, and these are doing really well, then probably what I'll do is I'll try to focus on mapping those keywords out first to my website and building out that content. So again, what I try to do is before anything, I try to figure out what I need to rank for based on what other people are ranking for and not reinventing the wheel. So it's important not to just go into your website, do a little bit of Google Keyword Planner or whatever you're using for keyword research, and then just start trying to rank for things just because they have high search rates. Actually go and see what your competitors are ranking for and create a list of things that they're ranking for, and then build out content based on what they are ranking for in a way that you're hopefully doing higher quality. So a good example of this is when I went to rank for computer repair in my town. This guy right here already had a site with his whole architecture built out. Like everything in here was a valuable page that I could add to my site based on what's working for him. So again, instead of me guessing, I just took the work that somebody else did and I figured out and I reverse engineered what they did and then built it in my own strategy. So another thing is that you want to make sure you're doing internal linking throughout your pages. So you're passing influence to the other pages. You want to also make sure that you're doing schema markup for local and for your other pages. All of this stuff's in this guide if you want to look at it. Again, if you just go to my channel and type in local SEO guide, you'll be able to find it. But yeah, the biggest things I think for local is on-page content, internal link siloing, review generation, citations, and Google My Business optimization. If you can get those things out of the way early on, everything else is going to be pretty easy in my opinion. The next things you're going to want to do is probably build authority through social and through content marketing as well, like doing blogging and that kind of stuff for probably either area specific type keywords or niche specific type keywords. So again, if you want a step-by-step guide as well that goes over how I was able to go from not having any rankings, just a brand new domain, and to ranking #1 for organically and locally in the maps, I have a course that's called Local SEO Domination, and I actually do this in real time on a site where I buy the domain in front of you, and I optimize it in front of you. You can see everything that I did.